Royalties of peace turning the storm back to peace that has no storm looking on to perfect peace. How are you all doing today? It is another water day, another water day. It is November 8th, 2023. And we know the number 8, actually, it's a new beginning number, a number of new beginning, revealing new beginning, a day we can refresh into a new start. No matter how significant 8 may be, we are the ones to make it possible to accomplish its purpose. We are the ones to make it possible for 8 to accomplish its purpose. Even though it is 8, it could still look like a 0, depending on us. We are on a journey of peace during the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace. Yes, today, oh, you might be wondering, I have my scarf on, the United States of America's representation and the red going on. Yesterday was election day, municipal election, and I'm glad I was part of it. Though I got to learn a lesson that we are all one. Before I went out to elect, I did go through the debate and reflected upon the best I could. I have been in my town for more than 14 years, for more than 15 years. The mayor of my town has been a mayor for 14 years. I kind of feel like so connected with my mayor, and I've been so used to the way things have been of his time. When I when I got into this town, I did not really pay attention to who was the mayor. I wasn't sure who was the mayor when I got in. I wasn't really into politics and about government and all that. I was still a little naive and with pregnancy and all that going on family to this age now that I'm trying to get myself together of all those who have been taking care of me while I was trying to find myself to realize, wait a minute, I wasn't alone. Though I was walking this path, I was with people. Your community really matters. Your town. It's very important to politics is part of us. Spirituality may not feel like having any link with politics, but I've come to understand politics in a different term of being a people, a community, a power. It's not only about electing our leaders, but being the role model, because it is because of us that they can be a better leader. It does not even matter who is the mayor, but who we are, the people, because we make the mayor. I've come to understand that our leaders are like the bulb, the light bulb, and we are the switch. We can switch it on and off, how we desire. Even when the light is on, it depends what we do in the light. Even when the light is off, it depends what we do in the dark or in the light. Whatever you do in the dark, make sure it's the same thing you do in the light. Yet, of wellness, please do not get me wrong. In the dark, we try to fix our mistakes. It's positive. When we hear the statement, whatever you want to do in the dark, make sure it's what you do in the light, meaning it should be about positivity. It should be about integrity. It does not mean you don't make mistakes. Let your mistakes be in the dark, but walking yourself to the light, such that when you come into the light, your mistakes should be very limited. Should be like one who's been practicing in the dark. Because if you've been practicing in the dark, in the light, you will not make so many mistakes. Yet your mistakes in the dark doesn't mean that that's who you are, but your work on the mistakes, making them lessons, is what you're expected to be doing in the dark, making your lessons, reversing your mistakes to lessons. What am I trying to say? I got to be more attached to my town now. I feel like it is time for me to reward my city, my town. I'm sorry, my town. It's still part of Boston. It's still part of Massachusetts. Rewarding my town is rewarding Massachusetts. I believe that wherever we are, we reward each other. No matter what we do, even in our sleep, we are rewarding each other. There is need for peace and not a storm. Mistakes happen, but we hold on to the light. The physical is very limited to express the greatness that we want to enable, yet our best is required. You may have the flag on, even if the flag falls. We know that with higher minds that we have the greatness to stoop and pick it up and have it back up. Yet should not be any disruption, knowing that it's only a symbol. Yet we are the flag. We are the people. The flag standing high is limited to express who we are. Even if the flag falls, we are the people. We never run dry. If the flag is up and we are not acting right, the flag is shamed, even though it stands very tall with bright colors. We are the people. We are the ones to make our city of expected. We are the ones to make our towns of expected, our little villages, even our home. It starts from home. They say charity begins at home. Civilization begins at home. A child does not just go to school without living in a home. It starts from the womb. The, the home, the first home of a child is the womb. You want to nurture the womb, carefully nourish the baby expectantly, healthily, the best you can before the baby comes out of you. Yet, what is home to us? Home is not just the little spot where we are, but everywhere is home. And this is what the greater minds will tell us today of no longer wearing flesh. Those that have gone ahead of us, of no longer in flesh, but of greater mind, the higher mind. It is a journey. Wearing flesh is a journey from baby steps to walking, to becoming a senior. And the seniors we see today are only representing those that had been before us. I went through the history of women a few months back, several months back, trying to understand this beauty of a city, of a town. And I learned that they were very good with industry, with leather industry. That's what they're really known for. Leather industry, the tanners. And I became vegan few years back, so that was a little bit a concern, and I was trying to understand, and it relates with me coming from a background of being one after meat eating, and now becoming vegan. It's very interesting how it plays of trying to see how woman has been growing. It says that woman ma.gov says that it first settled in 1640 near Hon Pond, which is a beautiful pond lake just nearby, and it is its primary source. And the Hon Pond primary source is of the Mystic River and incorporated town in 1642. So Woburn was first settled here in 1640 near Honpon, which is the primary source of the Mystic River, and it was incorporated a town in 1642, 2 years after it settled. It says of by 1885, its leading production of leather, producing leather, was very helpful. And then it led into making other industries of metal, knives, making to work with the leather and other industries involving from the industry of leather. But before that, their settling around the river was with agriculture. From agriculture, they went into industry and industry with leather. And from that, they went into other little industries, knives making and all that making, just to get growing, and have been growing to the point today, emphasizing on becoming veganism. It's very interesting how we are progressing to a greater self, back to integrity. It's like being a baby. You're conceived with integrity, but with time you begin to degrade, having despair of where you are, of where am I, why am I a human, why am I going to school, why am I doing this? And when you get to the place of integrity of age 65 and on and upward, you begin to realize it was only a place of a complicated state and needing to go back to the uncomplicated of greater enlightenment, which if we are able to reach this stage and remind those that are behind, they will be able to achieve this integrity even earlier as possible without even being of so much despair. Now, I'm talking about despair from agriculture to industry, and that was like they said around half of 19th century, the first half of 19th century, they were into industry with leather and from agriculture, right? It shows the baby steps of being conceived with integrity, and with time trying to almost losing integrity, having despair, we have to return to integrity. And with all the generations past, we are beginning to realize that we are even becoming of integrity even earlier of age, even before we turn 65, which is great accomplishment. This city is very significant, and it has this beautiful symbol of a man with a lamb on an orange circle, in an orange circle. Its symbol, yeah, its symbol is more of a man with a lamb. Its symbol is very inspiring, linking with the history of Woburn. And coming back to our mayor, who has been a mayor for 14 years, it tells me that the people are people who take the time to progress. They don't just rush into making numbers and choosing and all that. Yet I'm grateful of our mayor for 14 years that he's done a good job, really good job. And the next mayor now we're looking onto is just accepting the fact that we all are like enabling sprinkles on the ice cream. Ice cream is life. Ice cream is life, the life that has been built since 1640 until today, 2023. It's amazing how we've been growing. Does not mean we don't have our mistakes. We all have our mistakes. We are like one people, right? Protecting each other, but we also have our mistakes. We also have our little misunderstandings. Yet we work with each other. We try to, right, work with each other to ensure that we are able to work with each other, right? We're able to work with each other while correcting our mistakes. So we just got a new mayor, and I'm looking forward to see what we will have of much greater understanding. I did enable some few interviews with people trying to understand what is going on with our leaders. Like, what is it about everyone? What is this spice that each person have? And it's very true. Everyone got something special. We all are special. Even the ones speaking to you about the other have something special about them that sometimes we cannot give them directly, we give them indirectly through another. So let's see what those that have something that have not been given out yet now of what new we're gonna have of great. We got a new library which is great, and I'm so impressed. Integrity, integrity. All this I'm trying to talk about. What about your own city? What about your town? What about your little village? What about your home? It comes back to us of our home, right? What is it about our home? Do you have a new mother? Is it a new father? Did your mother just introduce you to a new father? Did your father just introduce you to a new mother? Or is there a new nanny in the house? Who is new? Is it a new baby? Who is new in the house? Who is new in the house? Is it your new self? Are you beginning a new style of life, of greater, of now becoming a vegan? Or what is new about you? What is new about us? Let our new be of integrity, seeking, and not a complicated grief. Well, we may have signs of diagnosis. New diagnoses are not new, but only a signal of a need of increase of integrity. Diagnoses are not existent. It's only a signal of the need to touch on some areas for integrity's sake. And the emphasis was of new is all about safety, more safety. And well, safety has always been great. Okay. And teachers needing to be paid. And I was like, wow, talking about teachers, for the whole lifetime, you can never pay a teacher enough, right? But we have to keep them in a place where they are comfortable and more stable because they really need the children going to school, are children losing integrity, and that is disturbing, right? And they need more assistance to be able to stay with the integrity that they have while regaining their true self from this complicated state to uncomplicated, right? Yet we have to look for legal way of doing things, right? Was our little disruption, and but yet we all know that no one wants to speak when when the preacher is speaking, right? But a baby doesn't know that. The baby, when the baby is hurt, the baby's gonna cry, right? Loud. If something is hurting you, you have the right to cry, right? It may look illegal, but it's a cry for concern, right? But we can do things better, right? This is what we always look forward to. Does not mean we are um, rejecting anyone, but we are aware we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but it has been addressed beautifully, and hopefully going forward we can do even better, right? We all are a teacher. We all are. Even the students teach us, right? If kids could have the right to enable a strike, I tell you, they will strike every day. Every day, from the first day a child comes out of the womb, the baby is in strike, screaming out their lungs, and we're trying to get them comfort and warm and all that, right? That's how our life has been, all about trying to get back to the integrity of perfect, right? So I hope we're going to be able to work together with our leaders, new leaders, or even if they're still re-elected leaders, they're as new. There's one thing about having a re-elected leader. You may feel like it is the yesterday leader. It's new. It's everything new is new. When you are re-elected, it's new. It's brand new. And we have to start with a good page of looking forward into integrity greater, right? Not just sticking with, oh, it's the old man, it's the same old man. It's time to understand that old is new. Okay? Aging is all about integrity. That means going back to new. The new is the old, original and perfect. Let's not mistake despair to being an existence and integrity being part of another existence. Those two don't are not together, right? The shadow is different from the being. Okay, the being is different from the shadow. The shadow can never replace the being. Integrity can never be replaced by despair. Despair is only a signal for us to readjust of any integrity we are losing. If we are about to lose our integrity or forgetting ourselves, we'll recover. We can never lose ourselves, right? Despair helps us to remember we can never lose ourselves. So when we rejuvenate or when we reawaken, we have to get back to work with integrity. Integrity, old is always of integrity. Old or new should be of integrity. Let's not say, oh, it's the old man, it's the same, it's the same, it's the same with integrity, right? Integrity is always fresh and brand new. It's eternity. Integrity is eternity. Okay? With integrity, there is no yesterday, today, or tomorrow. It's all about integrity. Let us work healthily and safely. I'm bringing this to us, giving thanks to all those who went out and endeavor to reconnect with this with their electing who has to be leading in the community and making sure we work with them of expected. Okay, what we want from them, we should know that we are part of it. We have to be able to shine the light, right? For the young ones. We know everything we're building is about the babies, the young ones. They have to look onto us with integrity and not despair. Like, you chose this one. What do you have to show being you, right? The children are also looking at us like, okay, you chose a new mayor. What do you have on the table that is new about you? I hope this is going to be an opportunity to recycle, to renew yourself, right? To rejuvenate. Like, okay, this is an opportunity for everyone to be able to restart for integrity, not for despair. Thank you all for listening today, bringing to you all about my surrounding. How do I relate with politics? Being of spiritual inclined, of peace in the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace. Receiving a new should be with the right mind. Now, I am the mayor than the mayor that is coming in, because we are the people and we have to keep the light and the seat warm and healthy for him to show himself of who he is without a complication, right? We all are male, but we need one that will stand out for us like the flag. And we must be able to make sure the flag is able to represent us of expected without a shame on the flag. Okay? So thanks to the mayor that has been for us for 14 years, almost the age of my twins. My twins are turning 14 in December. And I'm so impressed of how community, family, right, town, country, it comes from the core. It comes from the core. It starts with us. It's love. It's all about what you have inside is what should be also outside, right? If we want to talk about your country, look at your city, your town, and then you know that it is us all, a world, a human race. We are one. We are one of peace tilling the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. Let us not go against each other. It's not a war. It's not about rejecting the other to get the other. No, we are adding on. We are adding on. All the good the other has done, this is coming in to add on more. If it's still the same one, it's only adding on more good, more integrity, addressing the complicated back to uncomplicated with us together, not alone. I hope we work together healthily. This is our world, our human world. It's not just about my city, it's not just about my country, it's not just about where I come from, but our human race, starting with the core, is what I'm trying for us to implement in our existence of reflecting on this journey of peace tilling the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. I hope this helps us to be able to reflect on our own, not forgetting our neighbors and our members of our being. The mind is a battlefield, peace tilling the storm to perfect peace. We must be able to address our minds healthily, encouraging others of weaker minds to encourage themselves to greater of integrity. Peace steals the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. Thank you for watching today. And Thanksgiving is all about integrity, becoming a better self, a greater mind, the flesh gracefully giving way. It's not about trying to keep the earth, it's about advancing to a greater mind of perfect peace. The mind is spirit, mental health is spirit. Abnormality must reverse to normal, complicated back to uncomplicated. The flesh is like the journey of the mind. Must the mind complete its journey healthily? Thank you all for listening. Of every mind that backs up every image or every existence, or the mind that backs up a mind that is in an image, should all be of healthy seeking of integrity. Peace in the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for next Wednesday. Today is the 8th, a new beginning. It's always new. Every breath we take in is always new. Let us make use of every new for a better self of integrity, perfect peace of the mind. The flesh gracefully gives way. Thank Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for next Wednesday.